I know that we have the opportunity to perceive perfection if we allow ourselves to every time we step out into nature and just be in it, observe it, soak it in. Thank you for continuing to tune in with us. Thank you for following along on our journey. We appreciate each and every one of you that has viewed our videos, subscribed to the channel, continues to tune and tap in whenever we do post something. This is fun. We do it because we enjoy it. We do it because we do understand that there are those that do not always have the opportunity to just pick up and be out and immersed in nature. If you happen to be in a city, look for a park. If you happen to live in an apartment, go find a green space. If you have children, take them outside. Take them outside, please. They need it. Our children need it more than ever. I'm not exactly sure who this is specifically for, who I'm talking to, but I do know that those in my generation were programmed a little bit different. I do remember being able to leave my house and no one could connect with me unless I was at home. I appreciate those times. I'm also thankful that cell phones have do not disturb, because I turn mine on a lot. If I happen to come out here, if I'm taking time to meditate, just to connect with Gaia, I'll turn everything off. I don't need the distraction. I don't want the distraction. Oh, I gotta reposition. Okay. Square up here. I'm not known by a lot of people, by design, on purpose. But I have met many people. I am here to spread love, as are you. My grandson's voice is the sweetest thing to me. It's like hearing an angel. I understand that my purpose right now also is to help him remember. He's a smart little guy. Very, very smart. Being out here, my frequency is instantly raised just by stepping foot onto the land. Mother Nature speaks to us through the trees on the wind. They're waving to all of you right now. It's a beautiful sight. The day is warm. The water feels magnificent. David and I are taking some time for separation. When we pulled up, we said we have 4 hours, start the clock. And for those 4 hours, he goes to do him and I sit here and do me. So my project today was planting some seeds and planting some plants. I put some lavender a couple of different varieties of sage, some lemon balm, rosemary, chamomile. What else did I put down there? A couple of wildflowers, some dill. What else? What else? What else? What else? Did I say rosemary? I think I did. So yeah, those plants, the plants that we put in, or that I put in, help to deter mosquitoes and different bugs. So I put them in the garden near the, oh, and mint. I put mint back here on the hillside. It's invasive, so I hope it just takes over this whole back and makes it smell wonderful over here. My hope is, and my intention is with this site, that it be another one that people just absolutely love to visit, because I do also have an iris that we put in. Not an iris, is it an iris? I'll put, if it's wrong, I'll put it somewhere here on the screen when I make the video. But yeah, there's another like really good smelling plant that we put in. We put it in because it was extra aromatic. So I would like to attract the bees. So if you came out here to camp, of course, you'd have to be okay with them. Work on your breath work before you show up. That's the best way to deal with them. They are attracted to high vibrations. So if you're already a high vibrational person and you come out here and you sit, you will attract a lot of bugs. They can't help it. I liken it to if you have your porch light on when it's dark. If you look, there's like bugs flying all at it. And when your vibration is high, when your frequency is high and you're out in nature, even though the sun is out, you'll glow. And so the bugs, they're attracted to that light. They're attracted to your light. They can't help but come to you. So if you do your breath work, then if they come and land, if you're someone that's afraid of bugs, well, I guess then your frequency may not be as high, because fear is a very low frequency. So there's a lot in between. But so that could be your work. Breath work is very helpful. Yes, some bees do sting. Yes, they will sting you if you get aggressive or they feel threatened. But overall, if you just breathe and let them land, they're just checking you out and they'll take off. And I do understand some people are allergic to bees, so I get that too. But you should be the main ones doing your breath work, because they're so beneficial to our living, to our existing. Oh my gosh, there's butterflies everywhere. It's beautiful. So this spot put us in a canopy of trees, but it gets full sun. So thank you that the sun has moved over a little bit and gave me some shade, because before I see that I'm glowing, and part of that glow is, yeah, because it's me, but also is sweat of a glisten, because I'm perspiring. It's hot, and we're just at the beginning. We haven't even cracked 100 yet. What else do I want to throw in this video? Oh, yes. This. I would like to throw in a moment of gratitude to the city of St. Louis, and here's why. I grew up in a small town an hour outside of St. Louis, moved to St. Louis as a teenager, and it was not the best experience. Yeah, everybody has a past. It was an interesting experience. How about that? I learned a lot from it. One of the things that I learned was that I wanted to get the heck up out of here and go see the world, because I was like, okay, people got to be different away from here, because there are some very unfriendly beings in St. Louis. So, but I digress. So, left St. Louis, came back, and once I came back here, there was a very, very fantastic gift here waiting for me once I got here and settled. And it came in the form of a radio station. Anyone that has done their due diligence, increased their wisdom and knowledge, knows that music is one of the easiest ways to influence all of our frequencies as a collective. So when it comes to radio stations, most cities, depending on what you tune into, you could get some pretty low frequency music in there. But St. Louis, when I came back, the gift, Boost Radio. So for here on your dial is 95.5 or 97.7, depending on where you're at. But also, they satellite in Chicago, Seattle, I believe it is, Fayetteville, and a couple of others. So if you happen to be in those cities, then also St. Louis gave you a gift. The people of St. Louis gave you a gift by starting this station and sending it out into the airwaves. So a lot of the shorts that I do, you'll see that the music is, for some people, not anything that you've heard before. I challenge you to look those songs up and throw them into your playlist, or download the iHeartRadio app and look up the Boost station. Their website is boostnation.com. It is called, their tagline is Pop, Hip Hop, and Hope. And it is definitely a station that will help to raise your frequency. If you like hip hop, If you like hip hop music, I challenge you to expand your horizons and try a different kind. It's still going to be hip hop, but it's going to be a different frequency. It's going to be a different from what you're used to. If you're someone that is kind of like straddling the fence and you see, okay, I need things in life to change, but there's not a lot of options as far as music goes and what I can take in, because as you're looking to expand, it's important to change a lot. If you're looking to raise your frequency, but you're listening to most stations on the radio, R&B, hip hop stations, just the regular mainstream stuff, I can tell you most definitely, how do I put this? You're being kept at a low frequency, and a lot of times you might not even be aware of it. Some are. I'm thankful that more people are. Every year Boost does a fundraiser because there are no commercials on that station. The only commercials that you'll find or hear are just things promoting more for the station, which is, so the whole thing is supported by the listeners. Every year they run a campaign to get the station funded for another year, and it just keeps getting funded over and over and over. So I'm so thankful for that. So yeah, that's my plug. That's definitely something I know I'm supposed to share. I kept hearing it on the way down there, like, Sharice, add this to your videos, because I keep sharing these artists' music. I definitely am one that was put on the program when it comes to music. I don't know who remembers BMG and Columbia House, where you could get like 12 CDs for a penny. So every rap artist, hip hop artist that I had heard of before, like, I didn't even know anything about their music. I just heard of them and was told that they were cool and that's what people listen to. Me, this little country girl out in the middle of nowhere, it's like, okay, well, I can identify with them because our skin is the same color. So maybe perhaps that means that our experience is shared and it's something for me to listen to. Little did I know that at 12, 13 years old, Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style and Dr. Dre The Chronic probably wasn't the best thing to listen to. I remember my dad was like, I ain't going for it. You can't listen to that in my house. And then came the Walkman for cassette and CD. So he didn't always know. Oh, and you take that in years and years and years of, just different artists, different messages. I'm not saying that everything that goes on is these artists' fault. A lot of them may not have understood energy and frequency in the ways that more of the collective are starting to understand them nowadays. I'm sure as the artists, they couldn't have known what would come to be, what would be created on the backs of the music that they were putting out. Most musicians do it for the love. They do it as a way to self-express and as a way to get things off of their chest. You take that and you put it out on the airwaves, and it's like energy cords connecting to all these people through their ears, through their minds, through their hearts, and then it starts to change people's frequencies. And we have young ladies that don't understand necessarily how to be to be ladies. We have young men that don't necessarily understand how to be men. Our women are sometimes overly aggressive, and our men are sometimes overly feminine. And I don't say these things from judgment, because I was addicted. I'll be the first one to tell you. I was a hip hop head. I love the beats. Um, if you could pair beats, really good beats, with some lyrics that I don't have to tune out, that's I'm thankful. I'm thankful. So I learned that that's one of my powers, was sometimes I had the ability to tune out a lot of the lyrics, not necessarily though understanding that they were still penetrating even though I was tuning them out. And so things were showing up in my reality to let me know, hey, Sharice, you're stuck in this same collective cycle as a lot of other people. And it wasn't until I got older and started to observe the changes that I wanted to make in my life, and the music that I was listening to, I could feel in my spirit. It would make me feel itchy on the inside. Like I couldn't take it. It came to a point where I take road trips and I'll either sit in silence or I'll listen to an ebook before I turn on the radio or listen to music. So now my music is, if I turn on the radio, is Boost 95.5 or 97.7. If I'm out here, we got to listen to 97.7, because it changes. The frequency changes once we go from urban area to rural area. So, but hey, it's still here. Or it's something from my own personal playlist that at this point I've cultivated. Um, I don't believe that the artists that are putting positive music out get enough credit, get enough exposure, but I also understand that that's by design, because if they can keep pushing and promoting this death music, death culture, poison to our people, and when I say our people, I'm not talking about just the ones that look like me, because if you don't know me, then you just don't know. If you do know me, then you know Sharice doesn't get caught up on color. Not in the ways that most people do when it comes to racism and all that. So when I say our people, I mean people at large. There are melanated people. There are not so melanated people that all are caught up on this cycle. You just have to make the conscious decision to say, I'm just not going to keep feeding that beast. Only reason it can continue to exist is because there's people willing to feed it, and so I just know that I'm not one of them. And yeah, like I said, it's no judgment to anybody that is, but if you are someone that's looking for life to change, looking for your circumstances to change, one of the small ways that you can really make a difference and a huge impact on the momentum that you give yourself is to turn the radio off, or to find different artists to listen to. Hopefully, we'll come into a time where, actually, let me back up, because this is not a hopefully. I'm seeing this change happen already, so I don't know why I'm sugarcoating. We are coming into a time where more people are becoming aware of this, and I'm thankful for that, because I've sat silent for years and years and years now on this journey, just in observation and observation. Then it started to affect my kids, so I had to pay a bit more attention to things that I was tuning out. I had to tune in more, and thankfully found a place where it doesn't affect me the same. And I've learned to use the ways that it does affect me in more positive ways, how to transmute that energy before I send it back out. If it makes me feel icky and itchy, I'll sit and process and just send love to the artist. I understand that they're just wanting to be heard. So I'm long-winded. Let me circle back. What I'm looking forward to seeing is a time where these artists have the ability to completely break away from what's going on and the things that they're creating, chaos wise, low frequency wise, because casting spells. They're casting spells. And what they say in The Wizard of Oz, are you a good witch or a bad witch? Which witch is it? I'm not calling anybody a witch. I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm gonna give a high five and a thank you also to Ralph Smart. He said, use your voice, speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. I don't usually do a lot of these. Actually, I haven't done any of these where I just sit and talk to y'all. Probably the first one on the channel, right? Yeah. Thumbs up if you've watched enough of the videos to know that Cherise doesn't usually just sit and talk. But I appreciate the space too. I'm thankful that I was feeling it today. Mother Nature showed up. The birds are still chirping for y'all, saying, hey, what's up? I don't really have a whole lot more to say, I don't think. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Hopefully you found some value in some of this and me and my rants. Trying to get comfortable. Find a different word. Working on getting more comfortable in front of the camera so that I can do more of these. People often ask me, Cherise, what's your secret? I don't have any secrets. I just chose to finally start being. Just being myself, being the free spirit that I am, and letting my light shine, this little light of mine. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. I love you. I love you all. Thanks for being here. See you soon. Peace.